So I'm Andrew Hamill. I am on the board for the RCN in Northern Ireland, and I am a nurse within the Southern Trust.
My name is Maureen Dolan. I'm the RCN board chair, and I'm also a trade union representative for the Southern Trust, and a nurse.
Well, the obvious question is, why are you here today? And there's quite a few of you here, members as well.
So we're here today to ask for and demand safe staffing and fair pay.
Well, the bullet headlines for everything seem to be coming out today. In particular, 19% increased demand and all sorts of things besides that. How do you think that sits with the public and the like?
We can demand, but we can also negotiate. We've been asking for negotiations, and so far there's been no negotiations whatsoever about money. So we need that negotiation to be able to sit down and even talk about pay. So far, nobody is talking to the nurses.
Yeah, and exactly right. And they're asking for a 19% increase, and that's what we are asking for. At the end of the day, nursing has taken a 20% pay cut in real terms over the last 10 years. The needs of the NHS, so the amount of people coming in and needing the NHS has gone up by 60%, but yet the number of nurses on the wards has only gone up by 20. So you've got a massive difference in the care that we can give. We've got an older population, we've got a population that is more complex in their needs, and we can't keep up with demand. So this is the nurses' chance to stand up for our patients, for the community, for Portadown, Craigavon, Southern Trust, and say, we do not have enough nurses and we do not have enough space to look after the population in Northern Ireland and in this area.
So it's a double whammy here. We're not just looking more wages, we're looking more support for the NHS.
We need support for our nurses. We need our nurses more to come to us in training. We have now got the extra dilemma where there's less student nurses coming on to the registration. It's very concerning. It's the first time in Northern Ireland that there are not enough student vacancies being filled.
But it all looks unrealistic from the outside. Would you say that that's a fair assessment?
It's unrealistic maybe from the outside, but we're all NHS users. We know what the service is given and what it cannot give. When they talk about nurses being on their knees, they are literally on their knees. Sometimes nurses are leaving the wards in tears. It's getting too much pressure. They talk about us managing our stress. Who's managing the people that are causing us the stress? We're not getting paid fairly. We're not getting staff in.
This is a one-day strike. What happens after this?
So we're back out in strike next Tuesday, and then we'll be announcing further strike action into January, February in the new year. Now, if the Westminster and if the governments decide to negotiate, we will delay strike action to allow negotiation. But at the minute, we've been told that there'll be no negotiation on pay.
And how hardy will you be in all of this? Does it take a turn in public opinion? Does it take something from the government to move forward?
We've got public support. It's very evident standing here today. It was evident in 2019 as well. We've done this before. Only for us, I believe, the last time we got Stormont back in. Can we do it again? I would like to hope so. Let's get our Stormont back in. Let's get nurses paid properly.
So in Scotland, I think they're coming up with some agreement. Do you think it's because the Stormont government is not out that it's holding it back as much, or is it a higher government level than that?
I think there's more to it than that, but Stormont, our government, is supposed to support the public, and we're talking about financial constraints and the prices of everything going up, and we can't afford this and can't afford that. We can't either. A lot of nurses are having to double job and do what we have to do to pay our bills too. We're human beings as well.
Well, thanks for joining us today, and you'll be out again next week too by the sound of it.
We'll be out on Tuesday.
Yeah. Thank you.